Ladies and gentlemen, in my last story, we just talked about judgment and judging what the Bible says, and I've been telling y'all need to judge. If you were to judge a book by its cover, you could look at this book cover and tell that there is something very, very wrong here. This type of thing cannot be fixed. It cannot be rehabilitated. It needs to be discarded, disbanded out of our society. Let me give you guys the fair usage, and I'm going to get into telling you what I believe that this man did and what I believe should happen to him. Let's get it. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. So I'm using a little bit of a unique source. This is fcpdnews.wordpress.com. So this looks like an article that somebody put together, but nonetheless, it looks like the information here is accurate. So we're going to go with that. So the fat-faced fool that you guys see on my screen, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if he is illegal to this country or not. I don't know if he's supposed to be in this country or not, nor does it matter. This is why I tell y'all to hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your husbands, because they out here just kidnapping anybody and everybody. I saw somebody kidnapped a grown woman recently. I saw this video earlier. I don't talk about it because it was an adult. I only talk about kids, to be real with you. But he was walking and they caught him on camera walking, not this guy, and was walking off with a grown woman. I'm like, damn, what is wrong with people? In this case, let's talk about this fool. This is unrelated to that. Detectives from our Criminal Investigation Division and Violent Crime Suppression Unit, VCSU, at the Fair Oaks Police District have arrested a man after he abducted a young girl in Fair Oaks on July the 18th. And I want y'all to look at his stupid ass face. Let me go back and look at his dumb ass face. All right. On July 18th at 11:43 a.m., officers responded to the 11,700 block of Fair Oaks Shopping Center for a report of an abduction. A young girl was near an indoor play area when a man picked the toddler up and walked away. Hashtag pedophile. A toddler, a little girl, defenseless. The man made it to the second level of the mall when one of the girl's parents intervened, and hopefully that was the dad. The parent got her back unharmed. The man fled the area before police arrived. And I'm going to tell y'all, the way that this man is shaped, there's no way that if it were me in this situation, he wouldn't have escaped. Just wouldn't have happened. So shout out to my athletic background. He wouldn't have made it far, and there would have been, he would have had so many marks on his face, he might not have been recognizable. I'm not saying that you should do that. You say he looked like the Hamburglar, he does. I'm not saying you could take the law into your own hands and do vigilante justice, because you can't. But I understand if people happen to do it. I definitely understand it, even though it ain't legally the right thing to do. Now, patrol officers, along with detectives from our Criminal Investigation Division and Real Crime Center, RTCC, quickly came together to investigate. And thanks to swift work from our RTCC detectives, the suspect, who was identified as 26-year-old Andres Cesaraz Haldane. I don't know how to pronounce that. And look, he's got just a stupid face. Andres, Andres, Cesaras, Caceres, Jaldine or Haldine, Jaldin. I don't know how you pronounce that. I don't really care to pronounce it. Anyway, detectives determined that this fool was staying at the extended stay in Chantilly. As detectives from our VCSU and Criminal Intelligence Unit responded to the hotel, a nearby auto body repair shop reported that a vehicle was stolen earlier in the morning. This is how they caught this fool. A vehicle was stolen, reported. Detectives reviewed the surveillance and determined that Sarah Salis, or whatever his name is, this pedophile, stole the car prior to the abduction around 10 a.m. The vehicle was captured on video surveillance at the mall and found by detectives in the parking lot of the hotel. Sarah Jaldine exited his hotel room and was taken into custody by detectives. I know I ain't pronouncing that name right, but whatever. Jaldine was charged with abduction of a minor and grand larceny, auto theft. He was transported to the Fairfax County Adult Detention Center where he is being held with no bond. Now, it would have been nice if he was transferred to Alligator Alcatraz. I didn't hear nothing about that. This case is another clear example of how swift coordination between our real-time crime center detectives and patrol officers lead to the rapid identification and arrest of dangerous criminals. Detectives are asking anybody with information regarding this incident to call our Crime Investigation Division at 703-256-8035. Tips can be submitted anonymously through the Crime Solvers by phone, 866-411-TIPS or 8477, and by web. So I guess you can go to that site, go to the site, and you can find it. Skip some of this. Any anonymous tipsters are eligible for cash rewards. Please leave contact info if you wish for a detective to follow up with you. Let me see. Victim specialists from our Major Crimes Bureau Victim Service Division, damn all these long ass names, have been assigned to ensure the girl and her family are receiving appropriate resources and assistance. Okay, let me give you guys the fair usage and then we'll take a look at the news video.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Yeah, do me a favor and please hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm glad the child actually made it out alive because Lord only knows what this fool's plan was. Like, he just looks like a pedophile, rapist, face ass type of dude. And he just has the face. He just looks illegal. Sorry. If that had a look, I would say it probably looks a little bit like that man right there. That's just the look of somebody who don't want to do nothing by the law to me.
Man arrested after allegedly trying to abduct a girl from a play area at a local mall.
Hashtag not all, not all, not all. It ain't all but him.
Tisha Lewis joining us live from Fair Oaks with what we know so far. Tisha?
Marina and Jim, a close call here at Fair Oaks Mall. The play area is actually located on the main level once you go through the main entrance, which is over my right shoulder. We're told the mother made the discovery and the rescuing her child from the suspect on the second level of the mall. Thankfully, there are no injuries to report, and obviously we could be telling a very different story tonight. There could be a worse outcome. Take a look at the mugshot. Here is who we're talking about. Fairfax County Police say 26-year-old Andres Caceres Haldin is in custody. Police credit their crime center technology for Haldine's arrest over the weekend. Investigators say he was nabbed at an extended day in Chantilly thanks to surveillance video that connected him to a stolen car he apparently used and took before the attempted abduction on Friday morning. We're told this play area is not a drop-off center, and parents and guardians are urged to stay near their children during playtime. The victim, meanwhile, is described as a female toddler who wandered away from the play area. Police say shoppers likely did not notice anything wrong.
The mall was packed and there's nobody to have any sort of security presence whatsoever. And they're adding new restaurants to the mall, so if you're going to keep adding stuff to the mall and add more security, I guess. But
the system sounds like it worked. I mean, in one way or another. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Mixed reaction there. Meanwhile, Fox 5 has learned Fairfax County Police have had previous encounters with Haldane. We did ask police if they were in communication with ICE now or previously during any of their encounters with the suspect, and they said no. Police, in fact, going on to say, quote, they are not worried about his immigration status. Their main focus was preventing him from abducting or trying to abduct about his immigration status. Police, in fact, going on to say, quote, they are not worried about his immigration status. Police, in fact, going on to say, quote, they are not worried about his immigration status.
So it sounds like he might be illegal. I don't know that for a fact, but that's what it sounds like it might be.
Their main focus was preventing him from abducting or trying to abduct another child.
Well, every parent can relate to that moment of panic when you take your eyes off of your kid for a split second, what you think is a split second, and then you look up to see that they're not there. They've wandered off. Well, on Friday, a young girl wandered away from a play area inside a Fairfax County mall, and police say a man picked the little girl up and abducted her. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder explains what happened and how police were able to track down the suspect.
It's a play area that I personally know very well. Parents supervise their kids in a small area outside of a department store, and it's mostly walled off where parents can sit and watch our kids. But on Friday morning, a toddler girl wandered off, and by the time her parents noticed she wasn't there, she was gone. Police say she was taken by a man walking inside of the mall.
The suspect walking by just walks up behind the child, approaches the child, to which the child turns around. He picks the child up and just carries him away. So if there was a community member walking by, they would have never thought anything strange about it, the way he just picked the child up and carried her away.
Police say the suspect carried her into the neighboring department store and up to the second floor. Police say one of the girl's parents finally caught up and rescued the girl. The girl was not injured, but the suspect got away, though not for long.
Earlier that morning, a vehicle was reported stolen from an auto repair shop in the Chantilly area.
Police tracked the stolen vehicle to a hotel in the Chantilly area. Inside the hotel, they arrested the suspect. Police say 26-year-old Andres Caceres Haldane was arrested and charged with abduction of a minor and grand larceny. Tonight, he's in jail without bond. A play date turned to terror, but tonight, the girl is home safe with her family. Reporting in Fairfax County, Drew Wilder, News 4.
Y'all ever think about how crazy this is? How these people be just picking these little kids up and just running off with them like they stealing somebody's teddy bear, like they're not even real human beings. Like, it's absolutely crazy, crazy, crazy that this is going on. It just feels like this is not life. Even though maybe it's more publicized now, we get more attention on it now, but it's just sad to know that this is the type of stuff that be going on. But y'all keep that child and family in your prayers, and I'm glad that they got the baby back with no further mess going on. But whatever's going on with this dude, they talk about immigration status and whatever, so maybe he ain't even here illegally. But this sounds like a good case for sending him to Alligator Alcatraz or sending him to Venezuela or whatever country he want to go to or whatever country he came from. Get his ass out of our country and don't let him come back. Permanently deported, all right? Maybe even permanently in prison. These just type of people are nasty. It's just hard to believe that this could be commonplace in other countries. Like, it's just crazy to think that there's so many people that have this mentality. It's just sick. It really is. So continue to watch your kids, hide your wives, hide your babies, hide your husbands.